Yes, what is it, Albert? Oh, you would like me to build you a house? Yeah, I can get on it. Yeah, a swamp house. Yeah, that would be nice. I can even add a lighthouse for you since we're literally in the middle of water. Maybe I was thinking that island over there. Like just right over there. See where I'm pointing, Albert? Yeah, that should be a nice spot for your house. Yeah, I'll get on it, Albert. Anyways, guys, welcome back to another episode. I apologize for not having uploaded in a while, and don't worry, I am still doing well. I wasn't feeling well then. So what we're going to do today for Albert here, because he definitely deserves a nice place to live, instead of all the way over there where shenanigans such as pillagers can come and get him. So this is going to be Albert's little island right here. I was thinking maybe by Albert's suggestion, should build him a swamp house with like a boat dock as well as add a lighthouse to it. So that way Albert can scout out the water and can enjoy some fishing activity with me. So anyway, yeah, let's get started. But before we do that, we're going to have to chop down those trees before we can truly get started. And I will cut out a large portion of this. Alright, so I've knocked down every single tree so far, and now I've already set up the boat dock right here, so yeah, you can stand on this dock to go fishing and to dock your boat, obviously. So this is going to be the entrance into Albert's house here. It's going to be a house above water, basically a swamp house or hut. Just going to set these lanterns down so that way there's enough brightness. So not only am I going to be using the crimson planks from the crimson fungi, but I'm also going to be using a little bit of the warp fungi as well as the mangrove wood from the trees that I chopped down, just because I also wanted to make it have that swampy feel. I just need a little bit of aesthetic and color, which will hopefully appease to Albert. Like, doesn't have to be completely Nether themed, but whatever floats his boat will be fine, no pun intended. Okay, so I've already set up these posts, so I've already got a foundation, essentially, and some support beams to hold this thing up together. So yeah, I did also strip them down like I did with the crimson planks. So all these warp plank logs are already stripped down, and now what I'm going to do is start placing down some walls. So the red mangrove wood is going to really remind Albert of the Nether a little bit, aside from the crimson and the warp planks. All these types of wood, because red is literally the color of the Nether. So I was thinking of adding some Nether bricks to serve for Albert's walls of his building right here. And fortunately, I have a ton of them lying in here. So I'm going to put these away real quick, and I'm going to start setting down some walls. And they will have windows so that way Albert can get some nice sunlight in there. It's fortunate that he can't burn in the sun. So this is going to be our doorway, and I was thinking for these two sides and maybe the top of the doorway, there's going to be some... Wait, watch this, guys. I've never really used any chiseled bricks, but here we go. So we're going to have some chiseled Nether bricks here. It's going to have this cool looking skull design. Yeah, I know. Halloween may be over, but I'm still going to incorporate some elements of the Nether into this build, because why not? I'm just here to make Albert happy, and I hope I can entertain you guys. So okay, then we got our little doorway here with all these skull faces looking around. So I really like these chiseled Nether bricks, so I was thinking instead I would incorporate them onto the corners to really add that Nether aesthetic, that really undead, hellish aesthetic that would really be fitting of this build I'm going for. But then again, it's not going to be 100% Nether since I don't have all the resources, so I'm going to build with what I got. And if I run out, I'll just head to the Nether and come back, finish it off. Okay, awesome. I got all these chiseled bricks down, so I'm just gonna finish up by covering the rest right here with just the regular nether bricks. And yes, I do want windows as well, just so Albert can see outside, so this can look more lively and it doesn't look really empty and monotone in here. Like, I'm no interior designer, but I'm just trying my best. I'm essentially an amateur who just has crazy plans that just might work at the last minute. And if you're wondering why my Minecraft skin is a little bit different, so I'm no longer the Nor character, the player character Minecraft skin. I'm no longer using the Nor skin, if that's his name, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm Batsumaru, the penguin from Hello Kitty, if you can't tell. Yeah, I decided to use this skin because when I first discovered this character and I first learned his name embarrassingly this year, I wish I knew his name a long time ago, I got obsessed over with this penguin character and I absolutely love this skin, and he's now one of my favorite. He's now pretty much my favorite character from Sanrio, from Hello Kitty. So yeah, and I also used to be obsessed with penguins when I was in elementary, particularly like the 3rd grade, if I can recall. Yeah. And fun fact, like Batsumaru was literally created in 1993, so he's basically 30 years old right now. So to commemorate him being 30 years old, so yeah, I'm just gonna use this skin from now on that I found on Planet Minecraft a few days ago, and I absolutely love this skin. It's so cute, but yet it's so cool. I don't think I will even call him cute because he probably doesn't like that. He likes to be cool, and his personality kind of reminds me of myself, so yeah. I'm kind of a bad boy like this penguin, and I can relate to him a little bit. So yeah, this is a wicked cool skin here that I'm going to be using from now on. Problem is I have to put this armor back on, so you won't be seeing the skin for the rest of the series. Although I could probably use like a resource pack or mod where I can like essentially make my armor invisible so that way you guys can see my skin. That sounded weird, okay guys? Let's not take that out of context. Okay, so we have our house right here for Albert. Now I was thinking, like I did say I wanted to add a lighthouse as well, so it's going to be his swamp house and lighthouse. So I was thinking maybe I could connect it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove this these necessary nether bricks. So this is going to be our doorway into the lighthouse. So with our doorway in lieu of this window, I was thinking that for our lighthouse tower, so instead of using basalt or blackstone, which I don't have enough of, I mean, I could go to the nether. So instead, what I was thinking I could use in substitute of that would be deep slate, because I have an abundance of them. So this should probably make a perfect substitute, and then again, it kind of fits in with the nether aesthetic, despite not being able to find deep slate in the nether. So please don't be mad at me, okay? I'm just taking some creative liberties, and Albert has spent a lot of time in the overworld, so he's pretty much used to it at this point. And yeah, deep slate is kind of like one of my favorite building materials. Like, I can literally find a bunch of them underground. Like, yeah, mining all that deep slate is pretty worth my time, and it does reward me with some materials that I can add into one of my builds should I ever feel like it. Alright, things have looked different so far, and looks like I finished building Albert's house. This is all of the walls, floors, and I even have the tower right here. But now I really need a roof over my head and Albert's head. But then again, if I were to have Albert in here, I'm not sure how distinctive he's going to be while waking me up, because, well, he's hostile. I'm not really good at towers, but this is the best I can, like, sure. It's a little bit small on the staircase, but I did what I did. And you can't have a tower without an observation deck, which is also surrounded by railings. Safety first, obviously. Alright, so we have all of our railings set up for our tower here. All we need is to have a roof over our heads. That includes Albert's little house as well as this lighthouse in general. And this should be the last button. So finally we have our roof finished, complete with a lightning rod on top, as well as like an antenna in general. So hopefully if the lightning were to strike, if there were to be a thunderstorm, the lightning rod should direct the lightning over here to the tower. Like nothing can go wrong, I hope. Just so long as it doesn't set the tower on fire. That's the last thing I really want happening. And not only that, I've even made sure that the roof is all covered up in buttons. Any areas that mobs could potentially spawn on, they cannot spawn if there's buttons in the way. I'm so clever. But maybe the lanterns will also remedy the situation in case I didn't craft buttons or didn't need them or forget. At least I have a less ugly looking ceiling. Now to add the light, because this is a lighthouse more than just an observatory. At last, the lighthouse is complete. I mean, I call it a lighthouse, obviously. So it's going to shine so bright that all the ships from the water will be able to approach this tower. At least it's bright enough. I mean, it might not be the prettiest looking tower, but it can count. I mean, it is a lighthouse because there's technically light inside this tower. And it's got a nice observation deck here. So perfect place to stand and look at the landscape. I mean, this landscape, I'm not sure what it's going to look like in the future, but there are definitely plans that have yet to be made. So our last step is just going to be to put a roof over Albert's house here. Also to add a foundation underneath the tower, so that way it can be supported, because if you look underneath the tower, there are no support pillars. Like what? Come on. How does that even make sense? How is this tower even floating? Well, cheer up, guys. I know what I'm gonna do today. Alright everyone, I've collected as many cobbled deep slate as I can, so I'm gonna all turn these into some, what is it? Oh yeah, I know what I'm gonna turn it into. I'm gonna turn them into cobble deep slate walls, just to add a little bit more aesthetic to my tower here. This is gonna take a while, so I'm just gonna finish doing this and I'll just cut to the portion where I actually add these to my structure. Okay, so I finally finished adding this support structure underneath the foundation for the tower from the lighthouse. So yes, this building is now officially completed. Albert's lighthouse as well as his swamp house. It's all done. You finally have a home, Albert. Mind if I let you out of the boat? Well, I can let him out of the boat. I'm just going to have to move him on land. Oops, sorry, Albert. I didn't know how you got hurt there. Ugh. I'm not ready to make a tombstone for Albert in case he kicks the bucket, in case he unalives. Well, and I'm going to have to carefully break the boat. Okay, Albert, you can come up now. You like your place? Yeah, I hope you like it too, buddy. I like it as well. Alright, so yes, this is Albert's house, so we're just going to do a little tour right here. So we walk through the front door, we're going to have a couple beds, a magenta and a light blue or azure bed. I don't know what this color is. I think it's like light blue or teal. So just to fit in with the Nether aesthetic, like this is supposed to be crimson, although I could have went with a red bed, but oh well. And here is the carpet that I set up here. Really cool. And I have some fungi in these pots, some mushrooms in these pots as well. And just to make Albert's welcome grand, I also have cakes right here, just for Albert to enjoy and eat. Even I can enjoy myself. Definitely have a nice little cake there on the window, just for some breakfast. Who says you can't have cake for breakfast? And when we go upstairs here, This room, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. This chamber looks really empty for now. I think this would make a nice little library or storage. I could add some barrels down here. So we go upstairs. We can go up all the way to the observation deck. And I did say this is a lighthouse, so we have some shroom light just to fit in with that nether theme we're going a little bit here. Even though this is not 100% nether, like you can literally see I use deep slate bricks as well as mangrove wood for this build. But I mean, we are in the overworld. Albert's kind of used to the overworld at this point. So yeah, this is the build right here. Just sticking with the aesthetic, it's really nice. I love it. And of course, our roof also has a lightning rod or an antenna in case we ever get a thunderstorm, which I try to avoid because I'm afraid I will set my house or my storage room or my windmill on fire, and I'm not ready to have to rebuild it again in case it does get set on fire. But anyways, yes, that's going to be it for this episode of Minecraft. The upload's going to be a little bit late. It's going to be a month away. So by the time you see this, it's going to be a month from my Nether upload. I do apologize for that. I've also not been feeling well, by the way. So yeah, this has been recorded basically a month after my last upload. I have to try to upload more regularly as usual. I mean, I'm just trying to decide like what I want for the future of this channel to be. Like, sure, it can be a gaming channel, but I don't think it'll just be 100% Minecraft. Like, I'm trying to think of what ideas so I can diversify my channel. I mean, I'm still in this channel, so it's in its infancy. I can't even speak. This channel is still in its infancy, but I hope you guys enjoy this video that I made. If you do enjoy this video and want to see more, definitely hit like and subscribe. I can't even reach those buttons on the roof there that I placed there so mobs don't spawn. Definitely hit like and subscribe. Share this video and comment down below for what you'd like to see more. My name is Hung the Hero Lou. I love you guys 3000. Goodbye. Thanks for coming out, everyone.